Hi. So today I am going to do a tutorial on how to cover and how to conceal some of those dark problem areas in your skin. I have a lot of clients who say, I don't know what to do with these dark circles under my eyes. I have all of this melasma, I have all of these sunspots, I have all of this like really patchy kind of uneven freckling, and I want to cover all of those things. So how do I do it? So there are a couple different tricks that I like to do that I feel like are fail-safe things. But hey guys, hi Shanette. Grassroots, is that Heather? Hey Heath, if that's Heather, I don't know. And I don't know Pal Saw, but hello, thank you for joining us. So, oh, and my light just flickered, sorry. So I'm gonna show you how to cover some of those problem areas. Now, I already have makeup on. I've been doing makeup all day long. And so in order to be a good representative of my company, I already have my makeup on. So I want you to get a clear shot of the after. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna screenshot this. Go ahead and screenshot this if it's something you want a picture of, but let me get really close. Okay. So I got that screenshot. I hope you guys got a screenshot. I'll take another, here. You can screenshot if you want a screenshot. But I have a couple of different colors here that help cancel out and color correct any dark circles that women tend to get underneath their eyes, those really deep dark bags. I also have this sunspot right here, which I'm going to uncover, and you can see how dark it is right there. And then I have on my lower jawline, I have some melasma. Some people call it like pregnancy mask. It's just some discoloration, and I have it really bad on this side. So I'm going to show you how much it shows up and how to get rid of it without changing, like my skin tone. My face color, my makeup color matches my skin tone. It matches my neck, it matches my chest. It has some highlighting, some lightening and brightening to kind of bring my face to life, but it still gives me the coverage when I had my makeup on there. It gives me the coverage that I want for those spots. So it's really easy to use. Okay, now, some people think, oh, if I want this dark spot to look lighter and brighter, then I put a really light cover over the top of it. But I'm telling you now, if you do that, sometimes it works, and it really just kind of depends on the depth of your discoloration. If your discoloration is like a really if it's like a really superficial little bit of red, it will easily cover with your normal, regular, everyday highlight color. But if it's a deep color, if it's like a deeper red, or if it's bluish or purplish, or even darker, like a brownish color, especially if you have dark skin tone, much darker than my skin tone. If you have dark skin tone and you have dark circles underneath your eyes, then you need the color that you need to correct that needs to match the depth of that darkness in order to cancel it out. So if you put a light color over the top of this, unless you're really loading and putting so much product on that one area, it's not going to cover. It's just going to end up looking like you're putting makeup over a bruise or something like that. Just putting a coverage over a light spot. So you really have to like cake it on in order to get it to cover. And nobody wants to do that because nobody wants to have a face full of caked on makeup, which this makeup is not about. Anyway, hey Cor. So in order to cover these spots right here, these really dark spots, and this one down here on my jawline, in order to cover all of that, I have to use a color that matches the depth of that color. So I'm going to use, so this right now, I can't do this backwards. This right now is my color that I use for my whole entire face, all over the place. This color is, what is it? I don't know, mango? Yes, it's mango. So I have mango on all over the place, but because I want to cover these spots right here, I'm going to use darker. So this one right here is my mango. I'm actually going to go 2 shades darker right here to papaya. I'm going to use the small end of my, actually, you know what? Hold on, I need to take this makeup off right here too. I don't have deep dark under eye circles. You guys, I get more sleep than anybody that I know. But lack of sleep, and I eat really healthy. But lack of sleep and poor diet are not the only contributing factors. So you can see this little itty bitty purple spot that I have right there. That wasn't there a minute ago. I'm gonna show you how to cover that. But there are people that have it more severe that come all the way down right in here. And, guys, my light's being funny, sorry. There we go. And so in order to cover it, I'm gonna show you what to do. So I'm gonna go 2 shades darker. I'm gonna use this color right here. It's called Papaya. And I'm gonna use the small end of my detail hack brush, and all it takes is just a couple little dots, a couple little taps into your color, and see how instantly, I mean, look at the difference between the 2 sides. Now this side, because this color is so much darker than my own natural skin tone, you're gonna be able to see that I put makeup on it, and it has kind of a little bit of an orange base. But don't worry, the orange is what's canceling out the purple. If you think of a color wheel, orange will cancel out purple. So if you have the deep, deep, dark bluish purple, you want to use between, like if your trouble spots are between red, blue, and purpley, and you want to cancel those out, then you need to go through the yellow and the orange colors and the color wheel in order to cancel it out. So if I tap, and I'm not pulling it all the way across, I'm only putting it right where this discoloration is. So I'm only gonna do one side of my face really fast so that you can see how it corrects it. So depending on the depth of your own skin tone and your own problem areas, it's gonna determine which of these colors, which of these darker colors, or maybe it's one up here, your own skin tone, it's totally individual, is gonna determine which one of these colors you will use. And just get a hold of me, say, hey, I'm having some issues with the dark circles underneath my eyes. They're not covering like I want them to. What do I need to do? And I'll help you match the right color, and it's totally based on your own skin tone. So for this little guy right here, and don't worry, I mean, I know it looks orangish right now. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it. But notice how much different this purple, that little area right there is no longer here. You can't see it. Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna take that same goddess color, super, super dark. So remember, this is my highlight color. This is the super dark color that we're using. And I'm just going to tap it right over the top. And it doesn't take very much product at all. Just a teeny tiny little bit amount. And look at how much that sunspot is like all but gone. Super, super easy to use. So same thing with my melasma, my mom face over here. Now this is a much, much darker color, and I've told you guys before, when I tan from the top down, like the top of my head, my forehead, kind of the mask around my eyes, that all gets really, really dark, and then I gradually get lighter and lighter and lighter as my face goes down. Most people are like that, but mine's like significant, and it's really, really noticeable. So when I use this super, super dark color down here on my jawline, like it's obvious. Look at how white this area is right here compared to the orangey color that I'm putting on here. Don't worry, I promise you, whoops, that was the wrong one. I promise you it will blend. So it doesn't take very much product at all. And look, that melasma, that discoloration is totally gone. So I've completely traded that discoloration for a little bit more of an orangey color. And that's fine. Do the same thing on this side where I took my makeup off. That orange we can get rid of easy, but you can't get rid of that purpley discoloration if you're not using the right depth of color to cancel out. There is a trick that a lot of artists use that actually it works really, really well. Using one of our blush colors, this one right here, it's called Petal. It's a really, really light, soft, sheer pink. They use Petal to cancel out right here, and Petal works great if you have those dark circles and they're from like something simple like lack of sleep, and they're not really, really deep. They're very, very superficial. Petal will work good for that, but the deeper that color goes, the less and less Petal is gonna work, and it's just gonna end up looking like you put weird cakey something color underneath there. So you can use that Petal color to color correct to a certain point. Beyond that point, if you have deeper circles, if you have darker skin tone, if your circles are hereditary, if they're genetic instead of a lack of sleep, or you ate crappy for a week, you're gonna get those dark circles. But depending on the reason for those dark circles is gonna determine and how deep they are, it will determine what you'll need to color correct. So all of that correcting is gone. I'm gonna do this side now too, so that my face matches. So you can see that purple right there, right there. I'm only putting this color right where it is. I'm not putting it anywhere else. I'm not like dragging it across. I'm not pulling it down into a V. I'm only putting it in that one little spot. And that's a really, really good trick to know. You don't want to bring it all the way across because you don't need to correct down here. So if you're trying to correct down here where you don't need correcting, you're gonna look like you have orange makeup on. But if you're putting the orange on top of the deep circles, then it will correct and it'll neutralize and they'll cancel each other out, okay? So that's where we're at for that. And then I take my regular, I'm gonna brush off that color off of my brush, and then I take my regular highlight color and I go over the top of it and I accent it. And then I have my regular highlight color that matches my skin tone, plus I've gotten rid of any discoloration that I hate. So it's really, really a super, super simple process. You just have to be sure that you have the right color to match the depth of your issue, whatever that issue is. So I'm gonna take my regular highlight where I would normally put my highlight. And like I said, I already have makeup on, so I'm just doing this super, super light. Go right over the top of that. Just like that. And I've totally canceled out any orange. So there's no more orange, there's no more discoloration, and there's none of that purple problem area that I had. Super, super easy to use. That's it, you guys. Piece of cake. I already have all the rest of my makeup on, so I don't have to do anything else. I'll just kind of blend just a little bit. One thing that I do love to do, and I'm absolutely 100% obsessed with linen for everybody, for every single skin tone, is I take my linen color. This is our brand new highlight color right there. I'm gonna take my same 30-second hack brush, and I usually will just, I actually rub it off on my arm. See all that makeup I have on my arm? I get any excess of the dark or the orangey that I have off on my arm. I tap just a couple times, really easy, really lightly into my linen, and all I'm gonna do is feather right here in this area. Tiny, tiny, just like the smallest amount. And now that I've canceled out all of that dark, I'm gonna bring the light back into my face. Use my perfector, which if you don't have a mascara 3D perfector sponge, you call me right this minute. You need one because they're not like any other perfectors. All perfectors are not created equal. They are the best things ever. This is so soft, and it allows you to blend your makeup without removing your makeup, without pulling it off of your face. But see how much, like all of the dark is gone, all of the purple is gone. Blend it all in. I don't have any melasma, any pregnancy mask here or here. My sunspot is all but gone, and I feel good about that. I have the coverage that I want. I didn't have to cake on tons and tons of layers of makeup in order to conceal. I didn't have to use a concealer and then a highlight color and a foundation and all sorts of everything, Tarte shape tape, or you don't have to use all of those things. You just use what you already have in your tiny little compact. Everything that I need fits in this one little compact. It's super simple. So just remember, it does not matter how deep your under eye circles are or your problem areas. The depth of it does not matter. The trick to fixing it or correcting it is to match the depth with a color correcting product, or with the right color basically, that is deep and dark enough to cover it, and then just lightly go over the top of that with your normal lightning brightening color. And that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help. Have a good day.